Can we get into the elite right now
Sure.
on this show? Do you have the balls, since we've mentioned Twitter and the elite? I want to talk Donald Trump.
Oh yeah. What is Donald Trump doing?
And I want to talk Donald Trump tweets.
Is he losing his mind on Twitter?
So you tell me what your thoughts on Donald Trump are as I search him on Twitter.
I'm a big fan of The Apprentice. The Apprentice is a good show.
It's funny, I tweeted out a picture of Kat, our board op over here.
Yeah.
Our show, what are you? Engineer?
Okay.
She's
yeah.
our show engineer. She's back there, hitting buttons, and I tweeted out that our show was going to be intense.
Yeah.
Intents, intense. A blatant throwback to the Apprentice commercial.
Oh.
Remember the commercial where they all had to sleep in the backyard? And
Was that The Apprentice season 1?
And the rain was blowing, and it said this episode was going to be intense.
I kind of remember
You're
that.
an idiot.
Was that during Hurricane Katrina?
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so Donald Trump is on fire on Twitter lately.
Yeah.
Namely, today he made national headlines by, what did he say? He said, I don't know, let's get into it.
He said, she said.
There's a bunch of he said, she said. He does a lot of complaining about the government.
Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Is he against net neutrality? That's a big conservative talking point, net neutrality.
He complains a lot about Obama, not having time. He complained today Obama didn't have time for a briefing.
Oh, yeah.
Like a defense briefing. Oh, here you go. At, what time was this? 4 hours ago? Somewhere in the afternoon, Donald Trump says, Obama can attend a fundraiser every day, but can't be bothered to get briefed on national security. Commander-in-Chief, ? 226 retweets, 337 likes.
So he's just a big Republican, right? That's his bit.
Our national security starts at the border. Do you think ISIS and Al-Qaeda are just in the Middle East?
Has there been reports of them being in Mexico?
But are you testing them? Are you asking them, can they get through at our border? Because the answer is they probably can.
Well,
and if you're busy thinking they're just in the Middle East, you're probably going to miss out on the whole story.
Can you name some of the Mexican cartels?
He spends a lot of his time talking about his new buildings that are opening up and how he got out of Atlantic City before Atlantic City,
Hasn't it been done for about 5 years now?
Here's the tweet. I'm sorry. Yeah. Here's the tweet that has everybody riled up today. This that made national headlines. He says, "How is ABC television allowed to have a show entitled Blackish? Can you imagine the furor of a show Whitish? Racism at the highest level?" ?
He likes that question mark.
He's
just asking questions. Yeah.
Maybe that's a trick to being a billionaire. Just keep asking questions.
Yeah.
Donald, how are you doing today? How are you doing today?
That's a great Donald impression.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's pretty awesome. So this is just what I love. National headlines being made by Twitter. Like the guy thought about it. He went ahead and just he swiped his billionaire billionaire thumb across the screen.
Do you think it was really his thumb or was it Jeeves' thumb?
Oh, I guarantee you he's doing his work. He ain't having other people in charge of his Twitter. Donald Trump is a man of integrity if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Stop flights into the U.S. from West Africa immediately. How was he wrong? Isn't that pretty ridiculous? We don't know exactly how Ebola spread. We don't know exactly what's going on with it. And we have dumbass Americans who feel like it's okay to just go willy-nilly back and forth during the biggest controversy of modern era.
Ebola? What about those weapons of mass destruction?
This has definitely surpassed West Nile. This has surpassed swine flu. Swine flu didn't fucking do anything to anybody.
Did you hear about those kids that may have gotten Ebola and DISD? They were exposed to, I guess, some of his body fluids, this guy.
Mm-hmm. There are 5 little kids. We have to ask ourselves, how did this man spread his body fluids to these children? Because all 5 of them have Ebola, and it's confirmed that they spread it to every single classmate that they have.
That has not been confirmed, Jerry. You're pulling that out of your ass.
Who is the superintendent that's on TV now?
Mike Miles.
Isn't that awesome, right?
Our failed superintendent.
We have a DISD superintendent.
The biggest joke laughingstock in this country.
Looking for camera time.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of guys looking for camera time, I'm sorry, let me finish this up real fast. It's just fun.
Oh, it's real fun.
Donald Trump tweets.
Yeah.
The woman who is a Secret Service director looks like she is way over her head. Why can't the president appoint the best and the brightest?
Why did he have to point out that she's a woman? That's my question.
Okay. That is funny. That is funny. The only man I trust. No, that's not. See, I can't tell. A lot of times, Twitter is hard to understand who's retweeting what, who's saying what.
Yeah, Twitter's real confusing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but he.
How long have you been on Twitter, Jared? For a few months, right?
Oh, please, like 1 month at
Yeah.
best.
So you're not really a vet yet of Twitter.
Oh, I get it. It's just I was vamping while I tried to
Oh.
find a tweet he actually wrote instead of retweeted. The United States must immediately institute strong travel restrictions, or Ebola will be all over the United States, a plague like no other. So while most while most news outlets are telling you this isn't that big of a deal and you probably can't get Ebola here in America as easily as you could over in West Africa, I mean, we don't have Liberian
So don't you think a lot of this
medical conditions.
bullshit Trump is Trump is talking about as far as Ebola comes back to his like closed borders? You know, doesn't want anyone from that's not born here in here.
That's not true. I don't think he would say that at all.
Oh, I think it's what it is.
I dare you to produce me a tape where Donald Trump says that.
Well, he's talking about he wants the borders closed so ISIS can't get in.
In
Right?
fact, I will challenge you for the next episode if you so dare to take up me on this offer.
My honor cannot be tested.
I dare you to come next week with 3 examples of Donald Trump where he was blatantly wrong in what he said.
Well,
I believe Donald Trump is that stand-up of a guy.
So there's that Atlantic City thing he was definitely wrong on, right?
How's that?
Like he had all those hotels that went belly up, right?
Well, he says he got out before Atlantic City went belly up.
I didn't know you were such a fan of Donald Trump. So
I'm saying where
sorry,
he's
Jared.
made a statement that he's wrong
Yeah.
about.
Maybe that birth certificate. Maybe he's wrong about that. Obama definitely produced that birth certificate, right?
You don't believe that, do you? Oh my
Oh,
gosh, you're my co-host on this conspiracy show.
You think it was photoshopped?
Yes, I do.
You believe in that conspiracy theory bullshit?
Yes, I do.
Where's your tinfoil cap, chair?
Yes, I do, because I downloaded the document straight. This is what the conspiracy websites told you to do.
Uh-huh.
Go to the U.S. government website
Yeah.
where they produced the document. Download the document straight off the government's website.
Government.gov/birth certificate.
/yes.com/teen
Yeah.
mom 2 because they were looking for hashtag. You know, they were looking.
Bump traffic.
Yeah, they were trying to get a little bump there.
Yeah.
I went there and I opened it. You open it up with Illustrator.
Okay.
And in Illustrator, the thing comes up with it's a saved file with multiple different things saved on top of each other and things.
Do you
like
believe our government is that stupid to upload the edited document?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because anyone who wants to then go on air and get into the convoluted thing of go in there and download this, and then you open it up in this program,
That's
and you
that crazy
because
talk.
99% of people don't have that program to open it up.
Sure.
They can't test this out themselves. But if you were to have Illustrator, and
Part
you
of the
want to open it up,
1%.
the birth certificate file is a fucking fraud. And he released that on purpose, and they know that they did that on purpose. And it's to make you argue, it's to make you confused, and to make everybody look like an asshole, look like an idiot. But I promise you,
How long until you jump that White House fence?
I
Jared?
promise you, he still has not produced his birth certificate. I promise you, and he won't. He won't provide you with any sort of documentation on himself. And why? Because he has something to hide. I'm not telling you what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't think I know what it is. But he has something to hide. The guy came in touting transparency and has hidden
least
and
transparent
shut away
president.
everything.
Yeah. I think Donald Trump was also wrong picking Joan Rivers to win that season of The Apprentice. He should
How
have picked
dare
that.
get the hell off this show? How dare you? Don't in the honor of Joan Rivers. Joan, please forgive him. Joan, in hell, as I'm sure you probably deserve to be. Please forgive Eddie Soul for what he just said about you. Okay, Joan.
Do you think she forgave me?
I'm done talking. Oh, but you didn't even get into my thing about this Blackish.
Oh, okay.
Do you care about that at all? Are you going to
We
let him?
talked about it last week,
You
right?
won't let him draw you offsides?
There's a little bit of controversy last week, you know?
But we talked about it off the air. That was
did
us
we?
like
Okay.
bullshitting before the show.
Yeah. You know, Teddy from Hang Time is in there, and I support him in anything he's in, so I don't have a problem with it.
That's where he's from, huh?
He's also from Hustle and Flow.
Well, he's from everything. I
Yeah.
know him as an adult actor, but you're right. He was in that show.
Yeah.
What was that show called?
Hang Time? That basketball show on Saturday
Wow,
mornings?
you're so right.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of his, and I have
Yeah,
to
he was on the basketball team.
so I have to support Blackish.
Man, Anthony Anderson. I remember my first thought of Anthony Anderson and everything is him and Kangaroo Jack
Oh yeah, he was in there, the Talking Kangaroo movie with,
He
with
does.
John Lawrence or whatever.
Is it that movie? No, no, no. I'm sorry. I think it's like a rated R movie.
Okay.
It's not Kangaroo Jack. It's a rated R movie, I think, where he does a scene. It's a joke, but he does a scene where he goes down and does the splits and picks up a dollar bill with his ass crack. That's the first thing I think of. With
Was he in
Anthony
any of those scary movies or the Haunted House? Is he in Haunted? I think he's in Haunted House.
He's
or
probably in one of those.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Old Anthony Anderson. So
He did get in trouble though for
I
beating
really
his
just wanted
wife,
to
right?
talk Trump. You're right.
Didn't he get arrested for some kind of assault or
Yeah,
something?
he's had drama.
Yeah.
So him and Morgan Freeman are now on. What did I say, Morgan Freeman?
Is Morgan Freeman on Blackish?
No, it's who's the other one from The Matrix?
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
And yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. And the only reason why I made that blatant slip is because of you've seen the video where Samuel L. Jackson is on the news.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and then he mistakes him for Lawrence Fishburne. Who could keep them straight? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Lawrence Fishburne is on there.
On Blackish?
On Blackish.
So that's a downgrade for Lawrence Fishburne, right?
Yeah, he's got to go to TV. Now, if this works...
Matrix 4? Maybe Matrix 4 will come out.
It was the best decision ever made. If this doesn't work, man, he's going to be doing,
Do you think...
He's going to be doing Tyler Perry plays.
They canceled the crazy ones on CBS. So do you think that's...
Gee, you don't think that show could have gone on without Robin Williams?
Is that part of the reason why he... Oh, I got a phone call.
Could he have just been hanging in the background of every episode?
No. What do you mean hanging in the background? Like just hanging out?
No, I mean literally hanging by his belt in a doorway.